All right, welcome back live. Subway Nelly Sports Call rolls on. Bob Pompiani here. You see the number, 412-575-2600, sports at KDK.com. A lot of people emailing. Chris and Mars says, great teams learn to change their game based on the opponent. Playoffs and championships are different than regular season, just as the Capitals or the Patriots. Similarly, the NCAA championship tournament is different than the regular season. Pitt is not a great team. Danny and Ross says it's beginning to become a postseason ritual. Point the finger at Dixon. After the first foul shot, the only player on the key should have been Brown, the shooter. Make or miss, the rest of the team should have been in half court. This is the shot that made or missed. They would have been set on defense. Clearly Dixon's fault. That's Denny and Ross. Let's go out the line, too. It's Bob and Scott Township. Hey, Bob, how you doing?
Okay, Bob, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Hey, listen, I got two things I want to tell you about.
Okay.
Number one, I'm proud of this town, and I'm proud of the Pitt Panthers, and I'm really proud that they made it that far, and the Duquesne made it that far, and the Steelers made it that far. My heart's breaking for all of them. I love them all, but I'm really proud of this sports town. The second thing I want to talk about is you in one way. I know you had a brother, and I haven't seen him for a long time, and I just wondered, how's he doing?
Yeah, he's doing
okay?
Good. Yeah, Bruce, he's doing well. Works at Lamar Advertising, and I appreciate you asking. Yes, thanks very much. More email on the way. This is Steve, who says the Pitt game was lost long before late game coaching blunders by Pitt. Pitt was again unable to stop a hot shooting guard in a tournament game. And that's a good point, Steve. We saw that last year, as I said, with the Xavier game, with Jordan Crawford. We saw it many times over the years. They get a hot shooting guy, and they can't seem to control it, and yet defense and rebounding is what Pitt's, that's their game. They didn't do it successfully in this tournament. Let's go to John in Johnstown. What's up, John? How you doing?
Brother Bob, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, John. What's on your mind?
That was a tough loss yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
If Hubert Brown makes both of them shots, that second one, we win the game,
right,
brother.
I know.
And, Jamie Dixon is a good coach. I don't blame him. Just a tough loss. We're used to it, brother.
Well, here's the thing, though. I go back, and this is lost in the shuffle. But again, you as a number one seed, you can't come out and start slowly. Pitt has had a habit of that the last month of the season. And when you start slowly, you invite trouble. They were down 12. It's tough to come back when you're down 12. You exert a lot of energy, and sometimes, that comes back to bite you, and it did again in this situation. I wish we had more time here tonight. I got a lot of calls and a lot of emails, but we're due for a break. We'll take it right now. Come back with more right here live on Pittsburgh CW. All right, back with more. Sean Ross on the email says, pathetic in the tournament. That's what Pitt stands for, P-I-T, pathetic in the tournament. I'm getting sick of it. And we have Bob on the south side says, Bob, at least the Atlanta Braves won a championship. It hasn't even been to one. That's true, Bob, but I'm trying to make that analogy that that's what happens when you set the bar very high. People expect more, and oftentimes you're a victim of your own success, and I think that's the case here, too. Rob and Plum. What's up, Rob? How you doing?
Hey, Bob, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good.
It seems like everyone's concentrating on the free throw at the end of the game. I look at it, the possession when they were up by one, and they held the ball down to almost 11 seconds of the shot clock. I have no problems if they want to keep the ball in Gibbs' hand and try to drive the lane or try to draw a foul because you're our best free throw shooter. But when you don't get your shot off, up by one, and then they come down and you see the play Butler ran on a screen and they get a wide open layup, to me, it's almost like you got out coached there.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's a valid criticism, Rob. Thanks, and that's going to end our show tonight. Plenty more coming up tomorrow at 10:35. If you didn't get in now, call us again then. And join us tonight for the #1 Cochran Sports Showdown on After the Late News on KDKA. And Bob Pompiani, thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow.